suffer. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. Oh my goodness. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Big shout out to the days of the week. Wednesday is hump day, right? It is Wednesday. I'm not dumb. Yes, Wednesday, July 29th. Welcome in, everyone. My name is Angelina Tucci. This is the Inland Empire Political News. I guess we're going with it now. That's what this broadcast is called. Inland Empire Political News. Even when we don't cover news of the Inland Empire, we are that's it. This is the IEPN broadcast. Thank you. Big shout out to Professor Corrigan for just branding my entire show IEPN. Anyways, we got a good show lined up today. We are going to have the People's Mayor, the People's Princess, Fontana mayoral candidate for this year, Jaws Sita, coming on to talk about some coming on to talk about some developments with Fontana City Council and some other things. So I gotta get my notes set up here, so bear with me. In the meantime, let's go into this crazy Curt HAGMAN. Curt is our board of supervisors, San Bernardino County Board of Supervisors. Curt HAGMAN. That's crazy. All right, hold on. Let's turn off the Rally House. Thank you, Dens 1000, as always, for the excellent Rally House music. Okay.
And we begin at 4 with a story we brought you first out of the Inland Empire. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Colleen Williams.
And I'm Carolyn Johnson. Michael is off. NBC4 Investigates broke the story. News Chopper 4 here, flying over the home of San Bernardino County Supervisor Curt HAGMAN as the FBI raided his Chino house.
NBC4's Christian Cosser is live right now in Chino with what we know about this so far. Christian.
Well, Carolyn and Colleen, I can tell you that the FBI has been here. They have been here in the neighborhood for several hours, according to some of the neighbors that we spoke to this afternoon. But take a look behind me here, because you can see that it's still a very active scene here. Now, sources with the FBI tells NBC4 Investigates that they're serving a search warrant at Supervisor Curt HAGMAN's home.
Oh, Supervisor Curt HAGMAN? Why does he have a freaking Range Rover Defender, bro? All blacked out. This is the car. If you work in government, this is the car you have. If you work in government and you make over $200,000 a year, this is the vehicle that I guess San Bernardino County gives you. Goddamn.
Office, but so far no other details have been released. Now, this is the scene here at the supervisor's home on Biscayne and Riverside Street, where at least a dozen FBI and sheriff units have been here for several hours. We have seen some of these FBI agents coming in and out of the home. Now, the FBI tells NBC4 Investigates the warrants have been sealed by the court, and therefore the FBI is not at liberty to talk about the nature of this investigation. San Bernardino County tells us they were unaware of this situation, but they're working to provide us with some sort of comment.
Bro, sorry, I can't get over the Range Rover Defender.
The County Sheriff's Department, they were called for a uniform presence around 7:30 this morning. Those that live here in this Chino neighborhood say they are shocked about what's going on, and only a few spoke out about the situation.
And I was driving by this morning, and everything was just blocked, and there was FBI, and everybody was here.
Now, since 2014, Supervisor HAGMAN has been part of the county leadership, and his 4th district represents Chino, Ontario, Montclair, Upland, and Chino Hills. Now, we are making calls. We're trying to get more information exactly about what's going on here involving this situation, but we don't know really where the supervisor or his family is at this time. Now, we have seen FBI agents, again, walking in and out of the home, carrying a few bags, a lot of moving parts here. But again, we will be keeping you posted on any information as we get those details. For now, we are live in Chino. Christian Casares, NBC4 News.
Christian, thank you for that. And we have more breaking news involving the FBI, this time at a mansion in Beverly Hills. FBI agents have been at the home on Cannon near Santa Monica for...
Hey, Stardust City Hag said, excited for the People's Princess. That's right. That's right. Okay, sorry. Let me post this story real quick. All right, chat. Hey, Stardust City Hag, happy to see you in chat. This is a reminder to everyone watching. Be sure to hit that like button. Hit that like button. It helps me out. Yeah, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. All right, we're almost done here. All right, let me do the little linky poo. Here, let's watch this other video.
An FBI search warrant served at a San Bernardino supervisor's home. A new video you'll only see on Fox. Fox 11's Laura Diaz live with what we know so far.
Let's hear Fox 11.
Yes, Christine, as you just mentioned, one of those search warrants was served at the home of a San Bernardino County supervisor. Now, neighbors in the area confirmed that residence to us. They all gathered on the street and watched and commented.
That's crazy.
It was really shocking to see everybody here.
No, this is Curt HAGMAN's neighbors. Bro, I want to point out her eyebrows. They are black. Good for her. Good for her. This guy, what a good haircut.
Today, all the FBI agents and all the sheriffs, stuff like that. It looks like they just served a search warrant early this morning, and they confiscated all kinds of stuff from his home.
This video shows federal agents at the home linked to County Board of Supervisor Curt HAGMAN. Agents were seen at the large home for hours in the 3000 block of Biscayne Street.
Biscayne Street. Okay, hold on. We got to look up his house real quick. But okay. What was it? 30. Hold on. 3073 Biscayne. 30. No, not California, brother. Come on, Google Earth. Come on. 3076. Was that what it was? Oh, 3073. Now we know where one of the board of supervisors lives. Biscayne. There we go. There we go. Okay. Let's close this. Ooh. Homie lives right off of the 71. That sucks, brother. That sucks. Oh, he got a big house. Yeah, got an ADU on there? Or is that a detached garage? Okay. Okay. Hold on. Nope. Thank you. Let's do a little street view. There we go. Thank you. Street view. Perfect. All right. Oh, he lives in the hills. No, why does his house have a... Hold on. Is that a... What is that R, brother? What is that R? Okay, okay. Oh my god, he has a... he has an H. Why does he have an H on his Winnebago? And it's the same font as the R. What in the world, brother? Come on. I knew Curt HAGMAN was a freak. Like, a conservative freak. Why is there 3 mailboxes for this residence? Is the freaking motorhome also a residence? Okay, so now, like, yeah, this is not just a garage. This is like a house with a garage attached to it, and then a separate house on the side here. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Sorry. You know that this is what we do. This is California, suburbia at its finest. You look in your neighbor's yard. Homie, before he had the... No, there's a garage attached to this house, too. There's 2 houses, and they both have garages. That's crazy. But before homie got the Range Rover, he had a Tesla. Oh, crap. It's almost time for Jazita. We need to open up the... I didn't even finish my Instagram post. Hold on. We got the suburbia snooping hour going on right now. You know, that's what we do best here in Rancho Cucamonga. Neighborhood watch, you know what I mean. Okay, here, let me just continue.
Block of Biscayne Street. At times, they were seen carrying out boxes. Fox 11 contacted the FBI regarding the execution of the warrants. We were told the warrant is under seal, and they couldn't comment on the nature of the investigation. HAGMAN is the San Bernardino County Supervisor for the 4th District. He also serves as VP of the powerful Ontario International Airport.
Oh, is that what it has to do with Ontario International? Oh, man. Okay, see, I knew. Curt HAGMAN was on my radar from the get-go, but I was just like, he seems too normy, too normal to cover. I need to go after these wild people like Supervisor retired Colonel Cook. You know. Okay, let me finish this freaking post, bro. Let me finish this post. On okay. All right. Okay. All right, it's posting. Let me open up the Zoom. Let me be a good host. Open up the Zoom room and get ready for all of that. Oh my god. Come on. Okay. Oh, I need to start my virtual camera. Okay. Start. And then hold on. Nope, we do not need AI companion. We never need AI companion for note taking. All right. Sorry, chat. Sorry. We're working here. Okay, and then I need to let's just finish watching this while we wait for the people's mayor
Authority.
Into our chat.
A second warrant was served at Monterey Place in Ontario. Later Tuesday afternoon, I rang the bell to the home, no answer. But a man did emerge from the home later, walking toward us. As we came into focus, he looked and then turned away as I attempted to make...
Bro, he's like, hell nah, not this. We're going to turn around.
Contact.
Excuse me, sir. Yeah, excuse me. No answer. Come on, Curt.
Sir, Laura Diaz, Fox 11.
Oh, he's not looking. Why is he walking so slow?
Sir, would you talk to us?
Oh, my God. Come on, Curt. Hold on.
Focus, he looked and then turned away.
That's Curt HAGMAN.
As I attempted to make contact.
Oh, my God. He was going to answer the door. He was going to answer the door, then he didn't. Oh my God. Okay. All right. That's crazy. We'll have to touch back on that in a second. Okay. That's crazy. That's crazy.
He thought, in fact, HAGMAN was a very good neighbor. He said that he was active in getting street lights installed and the streets paved. I'm Laura Diaz reporting live from Chino, sending it back to the studio.
Damn.
Breaking news.
And that breaking news, a series of search warrants served across Southern California by the FBI.
And CBS LA assignment editor Mike Rogers is also monitoring this situation from the desk. And Mike, tonight the FBI is being pretty tight-lipped about it.
Yeah, Pat and Juan, very tight-lipped. They say all of these warrants are under seal, and that is why they're not able to provide many details about exactly what they are looking for or who the targets of these search warrants are. But let's first take you to Beverly Hills, where we have seen FBI agents coming in and out of the home for several hours now. This is in the Beverly Hills area, the city proper of Beverly Hills. Now, what we also notice is, look at that.
Trader Joe's
they brought in what we believe to be some sort of locksmith.
What? They're busting open his safes? What?
Appeared to begin drilling out something. You could see sparks. You could hear the sound of a saw cutting something inside of that home in Beverly Hills. And again, tonight they are not saying what brought them to this very large property there in Beverly Hills. From the front, you see the home appears to be 2 stories and a very extensive backyard, a large pool, a very expensive home there in the Beverly Hills area. So we're to confirm all of that information. There's that locksmith that I mentioned to you that appeared to have that saw or that tool to cut something open, obviously of metal inside of that home, and they've kept that gate shut. Here is the property in a whole entirety, where you see there's the home portion of it, and then obviously a very large pool area in the back with a second back home there at the end of the property. This wasn't the only place, though, that they were raiding homes today. Let's take you out to Chino, where we saw a similar situation. The San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department out there with the FBI. Again, the FBI confirming serving a warrant here, are not able to confirm at all what the warrant is about or if they are related to the 2 locations. We know
they have to be, right? Why would they be doing it at the same time?
Where the FBI was at today, though we have not been able to confirm exactly where that is. So all of these things we are still trying to piece together here at the desk. And of course, as soon as we learn some more information, we'll be sure to let you know, guys.
Yeah, a lot of federal law enforcement activity. Thank you, Mike.
Damn, that's crazy. I think the San Bernardino Sentinel wrote a story on it, so we'll pull that up. All right. Yep. That's it. Okay. All right. Yeah, let's just get into this while we wait for Miss Sita to come and join us. All right. I don't know if that's misspelled. Warper and HAGMAN targeted in FBI raids the homes and offices of Ontario Councilman and mayoral candidate Alan Warpner and 4th District San Bernardino County Supervisor Curt HAGMAN were targets of raid by the FBI, the Sentinel has learned. Both politicians have been the focus of investigations into pay-to-play politics with the Inland Empire community, where they serve as elected officials, as well as their efforts on behalf of foreign governments, corporations, and business interests, including the secreting of what was allegedly to be bribe money into the country. Yikes. Bribe money, brother? Bribe money? That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay. All right. The raids relating to Warpner and HAGMAN took place in and outside San Bernardino County, where the duo are both career politicians, based in the 4th supervisorial district and most geographically compact and densely populated of the county's 5 sub-jurisdictions. San Bernardino County's 4th district includes the entirety of the cities of Chino Hills, Chino, Montclair, and Ontario, and the southern portion of Upland and the unincorporated communities, as well as the Carbon Canyon, Milano, Yorba, West End, Prado, Nardu, Balu, and Guasti. HAGMAN's career as a politician began with his election as city council to the city council, and later ascension to mayor, followed by his election in the California Assembly. He is ascending to the position of chairman of San Bernardino County Republican Central Committee. Yeah, see, that was a big scary thing for me. Not scary thing. It's just like, homie's a Republican through and through. He's GOP, you know? And it's like, again, like I have to ask with anyone who is any local politician, any person who identifies as conservative, as Republican, you have to clarify now where the F you stand on the party's leader. And the party's leader is President Donald Trump, okay? Donald Trump got us into a war. Donald Trump single-handedly is raising the prices of everything because of his ridiculous wars. And, you know, that's what I'm saying. They have to answer to that now. They have to answer to that because it's really important. Okay, let's see. All right. And his election as 4th District of Board of Supervisor. Oh, sorry, I lost my place. Hold on. San Bernardino County's 4th districts includes. Oh, I already read that. Okay, and re-election to that post 3 times. Warpner, who was employed as a police officer, detective, and later sergeant with the Ontario Police Department, began his political career as a member of the Ontario Montclair School District Board, and was first elected to Ontario City Council in 1994, brother. 1994. He's been in politics for as long as I've been alive. Having been re-elected to that post 7 times, he is currently vying for mayor of Ontario. In carrying out the raids, FBI agents were seeking evidence and documentation portraying to quid pro quos. Oof. 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 Sorry, I gotta send a text real quick. Got to send a text real quick. No, it's okay. It's okay. All right. Provided to Warpner and HAGMAN as individuals, business entities, business owners, and principals in business which had applications for project approvals with the city or the county, which were competing for contracts with the city or the county, or which were seeking franchises granted by the city or county that ultimately were subject to approval by Ontario City Council or the San Bernardino County Board of Supervisors. There we go. There we go. It's a lack of oversight as per usual, brother. That seems to be the common trend with IE politics, is there's no transparency, or they actively try to take away the transparency, and make it so that way it is harder for the people to know what they are doing. Okay. In addition, federal agents were seeking instruments and documents relating to Warpner and HAGMAN's overseas banking activity. Homie was banking overseas, most particularly involving financial institutions in the People's Republic of China and their ability to access those accounts and transfer money. Bro, come on. We already know that China's monetary policy is super strict. Why the hell does Curt HAGMAN have money stored in Chinese accounts? That's crazy. As well as account codes, PR platform access, and management tools for cryptocurrency exchange. Here we freaking go, brother. Here we go. Warpner and HAGMAN had been on the FBI's radar for over a decade, as dozens of their constituents have noted irregularities and improper, I don't know that word. Improper. We'll look it up. We're going to be good students today and look up the words that we don't know how to spell instead of just saying, I don't know. Improprieties. Thank you to the best producer ever. Improprieties in their operations and reports of one of their other purchasings and silence of other officials have abounded for years, and those who have gone to both state and federal authorities with information or complaints have expressed dismay and frustration at the glacial pace of law enforcement and political regulatory agencies' investigations into that alleged wrongdoing. Yeah. Shout out to San Bernardino County Sentinel. Their sentences go on for a really long time sometimes. But that's just me not knowing how to read, I guess. So please, if you're watching this, I am a small local journalist trying to do journalism. Hit that like button if you have not hit that like button already. Subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 500 subscribers. So that way we can finally get monetized and maybe hopefully start making some money for doing all this journalism that I am doing for fun and for free, and it's a hobby. But yeah, hit that like button. Thank you, chat. Relatively early on, federal investigators took note of how HAGMAN moved shortly after he assumed the position of county supervisor to hire Warpner as a member of his staff. Bro, what is up with these county supervisors hiring members like other politicians for their staff? We got Jesse Armendariz and Mayor Aquanetta Warren working for him. And now we find out Curt HAGMAN, another county board of supervisor, has a city council person working for him. What's up with that, brother? What is up with that? This reflected a similar pattern evinced by Warpner, in which he had used the authority vested in him as an elected official to hire individuals known or believed to be in possession of information that is potentially damaging to Warpner on an either personal, legal, or political level, as part of what appears to be an effort to keep Warpner in power. That's very sus. Over the years, federal investigators accumulated what well-placed sources had told the Sentinel was sufficient information to justify arresting and charging both Warpner and HAGMAN with criminal acts relating to the misuse of their official governmental positions. The U.S. Attorney's Office held off on that action, it was said, as investigators were attempting to widen the investigation net and cinch up information relating to a number of others involved with them and their activity under investigation. According to the sources, because the activity Warpner and HAGMAN were engaged in was ongoing, delaying the filing of charges against either of them had no statute of limitations implications. Oh, so that just means they're still committing the crimes? Is that what I'm understanding? Allegedly, they're still committing the crimes? There's a number of parallels in their political careers of Alan Warpner and Curt HAGMAN. HAGMAN, a UCLA graduate, is 10 years Warpner's junior. Warpner, a USC alumnus, was first elected to Ontario City Council in 1994. 10 years later, in 2004, HAGMAN was first elected to Chino Hills City Council. In 2008, HAGMAN was elevated by his council colleagues to the appointed position of mayor. It was in the capacity of Chino Hills mayor that HAGMAN campaigned for and won a position in the California Assembly. He was subsequently re-elected to the Assembly in 2010 and 2012. In 2011, Warpner had embarked on an effort to wrest Ontario Airport from the grip of the city of Los Angeles. That's right. That's right. Because Ontario Airport used to be part of LAX. In 1967, when the annual number of passengers passing through the airport's gates stood at 200,000, the cities of Ontario and Los Angeles had entered into a joint powers agreement whereby the larger metropolis was to use its ownership and operation of Los Angeles International Airport to run Ontario Airport. In doing so, using this relationship with scores of national and international airlines improved the airport and induced more than just a handful of airlines then willing to fly in and out of Ontario to establish operations there. In 1985, after Los Angeles has succeeded in meeting all of the criteria laid out in the Joint Powers Agreement, Ontario deeded the airport to Los Angeles, which continued with defraying operational costs at the airport and financed or arranged financing on continued modernization of the facility, including constructing what was the largest civilian runway in California, the state-of-art concourse with 2 ultra-modern terminals. Ridership at Ontario Airport had peaked in 2007 at 7.2 million, but declined steeply as a consequence of the economic downturn that hit the nation's state and local economy that was precipitated by the subprime mortgage crisis. Yeah. Resulting in what was referred to as the Great Recession. Yes, we know, it was the Great Recession. Utilizing the drop-off in the number of passengers experienced by the airline industry in general as a pretext, while arguing that Los Angeles officials were purposely mismanaging Ontario Airport to increase ridership at Los Angeles International, Warpner aggressively demanded that Los Angeles return Ontario Airport to Ontario. His tactics included highly personal attacks on Gina Marie Lindsay, the executive director at Los Angeles World Airports. The corporate entity at Los Angeles used to oversee Los Angeles International Airport, Ontario Airport, and Van Nuys Airport. While accusing Lindsay of running Ontario Airport into the ground, Warpner in 2012 convinced Ontario Mayor Paul Leon and his other council colleagues to create the Ontario International Airport Authority, which was intended to step into the role of operating and managing the airport once Los Angeles and Los Angeles World Airports were out of the picture. Warpner succeeded in being designated as the president/chairman of board of directors for the Ontario International Airport Authority, which has had just 2 of its 5 other board members, Warpner's council colleagues and political ally James Bowman, as well as the county's then 4th district supervisor, Gary Ovitt, who had previously been Ontario's mayor. Of course, all these people be doing the same thing together. One of them just writes the playbook and then they all copy it. It's crazy. That's what Jesse Armendariz did. His brother is following in his footsteps by being on Fontana City Council. He's probably going to try to run for San Bernardino County Board of Supervisor if his brother Jesse Armendariz runs for a higher political office, I bet. Warpner pushed the city towards filing suit against Los Angeles in an effort to recover the airport, and the city retained the law firm of Shepard, Richard, Mullen, and Hampton to do so. In pursuing that end, Warpner took a scorched earth approach in which there appeared to be no regard for the impact the hostile approach would have in the long run, and what bridges were being burned with elected and other officials in Los Angeles, at least some of whom would move into powerful positions into state and federal government. Moreover, Warpner did not take into consideration that Los Angeles, which had control over gate position at Los Angeles International Airport, had strong ties and influence with more than 90 airlines that fly into and out of that facility. Yeah, was in a position to do. Yeah, of course, the airlines, the airports work for the airlines. I don't know why. Yeah, I'm not going to get into it. Freaking, these people are ridiculous, brother. These people are really think, well, we could do a better job than Los Angeles. Brother, that's like, freaking Waukegan, Illinois saying, we could do a better job than Chicago. And we're going to get our own airport, don't you know? Sorry. It's just like Waukegan, Illinois or Wisconsin. I don't even know where the hell Waukegan is. I just saw it on the news all the time when I lived in the Midwest. It's just like a no place city. I'm sorry, Ontario, California. First off, when you say, oh, I'm from Ontario, people are like, oh, from Canada, eh? No, brother. Ontario, California, south of Rancho Cucamonga. Oh, you mean the other LAX airport? No, it's Ontario Airport. But it says LAX on it. No, brother, it's Ontario. Yeah, see, nobody knows. And these politicians really do be acting like it's the Beverly Hills of the Inland Empire. All right, let's continue with this. A consensus was grown among local, county, and regional officials that Warpner was being too aggressive and gratuitously offensive, and that his bull in a China shop approach was wreaking more harm than the city or nearby communities stood to gain by returning the airport to local control. And then we have the San Bernardino International Airport now. Like, brother, what? Okay. Warper's determination to have Ontario, which simply lacked the gravitas and leverage of the megalopolis 37 miles to the west, mediated Los Angeles into capitulation would not only not work, most thought, but create an institutional enmity where none had existed before and which would have no salutary outcome. To HAGMAN, the highest-ranking local elected state official with ties to the Inland Empire's business community and financial institutions, fell the assignment of attempting to serve as a moderating influence on Warpner. He was designated to approach the councilman and seek to convince him that at the very least he should tone down his perpetuous rhetoric with regard to Los Angeles officials and dispense with the strategy of outright seizing the airport in favor of more amicable tact. Okay, again, I love you, San Bernardino County Sentinel, but we got to put the thesaurus away, okay? We got to put the thesaurus away. We do not need to have this variety in grammar, okay? You're making me I'm struggling here, brother. I'm struggling. Not only in how the airport was being run at that point, but we're in a position to determine how spiritedly Los Angeles should fight in maintaining its hold on Ontario airports in the terms by which it was to be relinquished to the municipal jurisdiction in which it is located. A small circle of those involved in government knew that Leon, Ontario's mayor, had, as a child, lived in the same East Los Angeles neighborhood as then Los Angeles Mayor Antonio Villaraigosa. No, they're all connected. They are all connected. Oh my God. They openly mused among themselves as to whether Leon would be able to work out a better deal by applying honey with his childhood chum than Warpner was trying to achieve by dousing the situation with vinegar. Yes, that's stupid old quote. Honey brings more flies than vinegar. At least some federal investigators have come to recognize that this was the contact HAGMAN was making with Warpner in the 2012 and 2013 time frame with the intent of getting the councilman to cool his jets and dispense with his soulfulest. Bro, what are these words? Oh my God, Bashona in a box. It's nice to see you in chat. Bashona in a box said, Leon, you say? Question mark, exclamation point. That's a sexy name with sunglasses emoji. Brother, Leon? 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 Like from Resident Evil? Okay. Let me send Jaws a quick message. Just make sure she, it's okay. Okay, let me just. And Pokemon? There's a Pokemon named Leon? Or as a character. Oh, yes. It's the brother, the older brother, right? Leon with the Charizard. Yes, thank you. Bashon in a box who said, yep, thank you. Nippon. Sorry, World Cup's over. We don't gotta vote for Nippon anymore. They lost. It's all about España. Sorry, I'm just sending a message. If not, no worries. No worries. To have you on again in the future. Honestly, one of the reasons why I keep wanting to have Jaws on the stream is because I want the current Fontana mayor, Aquanetta Warren, to come on the stream. I want her to come on the stream. I'm going to turn this into a short. Mayor Aquanetta Warren, the people of Fontana are calling you out, specifically your opponent, Jaws Sita. I have no horse in this race. I live in the city of Rancho Cucamonga. But as a political journalist, I am doing my part to call you out, to come on my stream, to let people know what your campaign is all about, let people know what you're running for, let people know why they should reelect you. Mayor Aquanetta Warren, this is your final chance to come on the stream. My name is Angelina Tucci. I just graduated Cal State San Bernardino with a degree in political science. I'm not a bad faith actor. I am here for the people. I want democracy to be in the hands of the people, for the people, by the people. I know you're Republican, Mayor Warren, so I hope you and I can both agree that America is one of the greatest nations on earth because of our right to vote, because of our democracy. And participating in that democracy means coming on to the public shows, making connections with the public, letting them know what you're all about. And there's no better place to do that than on this stream, Inland Empire Political News with Angelina Tucci, where I will give you the least biased information I can, because I have maybe one bias, and that's in favor of the people of the Inland Empire. I want what's right for us. I want democracy to be in the people's favor, and I want Mayor Aquanetta Warren to come on the stream to talk about it. If you can't do that, at least go on debate Jaws Sita for mayor. She seems like she's doing a lot of great work, homie. You have your work cut out for you. And, you know, come on the stream. Come on the stream. Hey, shout out to Jared. Jared from CA. Damn, we got our own Michael from Pennsylvania. It's just Jared from California. It's good to see you, Jared. Hope you are doing well. We got a lot of drama today. And we're waiting for Jaws to come into the chat, but I was bad. I was bad in scheduling, and I sent her the invite like last night and didn't really follow up with her. So it's on me. It's on me. It's on me. Okay. All right. Well, we'll continue with the Curt HAGMAN article as we figure out what is going on, because it is crazy. You know, honestly, my first instinct was like, maybe it's something to do with Ensign Mason. Yeah, I know. Bichon in a box. Get ready. Shout out for the names. Ensign Mason. What a name. It's almost like he should have an anime boy named after him. Ensign Mason. He was, literally was San Bernardino County's auditor, controller, tax collector person. And the Board of Supervisors like literally wanted to kick him out if he did not win re-election. I mean, if he did win re-election. Thankfully, he did not. And people just like lost, he's not going to get re-elected, but we need to look into his stuff too, because he was calling out, he was straight up calling out the corruption of the County Board of Supervisors. And the County Board of Supervisors were like, we need to kick this man out. If he wins his re-election, we're going to kick him out. Like, we're literally going to kick him out. Jared from California said, hey, hello, good morning from Redlands. Shout out to the IE. Okay, we're just going to call you Jared from Redlands now. Or you know what? Jared, we should just name you Jake from State Farm. No, I'm sorry. No, Jared from Redlands, not trying to sell State Farm insurance or anything. Welcome in, Jared from Redlands. Redlands in the chat. The California, the IE's #1 Sun Downtown. Shout out. I know. I'm sorry, chat. Okay. We're gonna get no more funnies. We're trying to be good, serious. But anyways, yeah. All right. Okay. Oh, better than Jared Jewelers. Yeah. That's yeah. He went to Jared. That's the commercial, right? And then the competition. Every kiss begins with K. Sorry. All right. Okay, yes, serious stream now. Back to the article. All right. Indeed, if it was HAGMAN's intention to reason with Warpner and convince him that he was being overzealous in his demands that Los Angeles surrender control of the airport and San Bernardino County, the outcome was virtually the opposite. Rather than HAGMAN convincing Warpner that he should alter his course, it was Warpner that persuaded HAGMAN to deviate from the path he was on and join him. He said, join me, the dark side. And that Ontario seizing control of the airport was in their mutual benefit. Under the term limits then placed for members of the California legislature, HAGMAN was required to leave the assembly at the end of his third term. I mean, usually you just go into the California State Senate, but I don't know. I guess he couldn't do that, which was to come to a close of December 2014, a month after the November 2014 election. Logic dictated that HAGMAN, by that point, a committed career politician, next moved to the California State Senate. I just said that, bro. #1 political analysis right here. Hit subscribe. That was complicated by the consideration that the Senate district was in which Chino Hills, where he then resided, Senate District 29, was occupied by Bob Huff, a HAGMAN-like Republican. Okay, so he couldn't do it. Jared from Redlands said, "Who are the main investors of the airport?" So right now, the airport is owned by the city of Ontario, or it's owned by this joint commission. I think the Ontario. What was it? Hold on. Because it was owned by LAX, right? It was originally operated by Los Angeles International Airport. And Curt HAGMAN and this other guy, what was his name? Malper, whatever his name is. Yeah, Bashona in a box said, I had no idea that Ontario Airport used to be owned by LAX. Exactly. And so like that was the thing. That's earlier in the stream I was saying that, you know, when you used to go to try to find flights, Ontario Airport's little like call sign was like related to LAX. Or I mean, no, they had their own call sign as ONT. But you know, it was listed as Los Angeles International Airport. It was another airport associated with LAX. And it made sense because LAX was built way back then in LA, and you know, y'all know, you've seen the houses that were demolished right outside the airport on the beachfront property because, you know, the airport was just too busy and no homes were going to be able to, you know, no one's going to be able to realistically live underneath an airport runway, right? So I don't know when Ontario Airport was built, but I guess we could look that up real quick. I think the article said it was built in the 60s. Okay. Ontario International Airport, east side of downtown Ontario, San Bernardino County. Okay. It is about 36 miles east of downtown Los Angeles and 18 miles west of downtown San Bernardino. It is owned and operated under joint powers agreement with the city of Ontario and San Bernardino County. Yeah, see, that's where it gets fishy because the city of Ontario and San Bernardino County are, you know, they just seems like the politicians that are in charge of this were only interested in being in charge of the Ontario Airport, you know, commission, whatever it's called. Okay. Airport covers blah, 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 has 2 runways. In 1923, a landing field was established on the east of Central Avenue, west of, okay, so yeah, Union, blah, blah, blah. In 1929, the city of Ontario purchased 30 acres now in the southwest corner of the airport and established Ontario Municipal Airport. In 1941, the city bought more acres around and construction of new runway. Okay, in 1946, Ontario Municipal Airport was renamed Ontario International Airport because of the trans-Pacific cargo flights originating there. In May 17th, 1946, 2 Army surplus steel hangars arrived at the airport, which Ontario City Council had authorized the $50,000 purchase. Okay. Oh, just the previous week. Okay. 1967, blah, blah, blah. Ontario and Los Angeles entered into joint powers agreement, making Ontario International Airport part of Los Angeles Regional Airport System in 1967. There you go. In 1968, the airport had its first scheduled jet flights. Okay. Okay, yes, I forget. Jet planes were invented after World War II. Okay, in 1969, Continental Airlines started Boeing 720B nonstops to Denver and Chicago. Okay, so these are, yeah, and Southwest, blah, blah, blah. In 1981, a second east-west runway. Damn, they built a second runway. Okay, in the 80s. For a number of years, the airport operated alongside Ontario Air National Guard Station, which was closed as a result of the 1995. Okay, so the military closure. In 1998, the new and larger airport terminal opened, designed, blah, blah, blah. Okay, in 2005 and 2006, runway was repaved and strengthened. In 2006, Ontario International Airport became LA/Ontario International Airport. The LA portion was added to remind flyers of Greater Los Angeles to avoid confusion with the province of Ontario in Canada. There you go. There you go. Okay. The airport's traffic peaked in 2005 with 7.2 million passengers. Yeah. Jared from Redlands said, so Ontario is old as F, but it was never privatized. Yes. It just moved from Los Angeles ownership to Ontario and San Bernardino County ownership. And it seems like that was not the best move. It seems like, maybe the people in charge of the biggest international airport on the West Coast, I don't know if it's LAX. I'm just assuming it's LAX. The people in charge of the largest international airport on the West Coast, yeah, they wouldn't know. They wouldn't know how to run an airport in Ontario. Ontario would do such a better job. San Bernardino County would do such a better job at operating an airport, an international airport. Yeah, that's what happened. So it's not privatized, but the case that is being made is that if it had stayed with LAX, with LA International Airport, we would have had Ontario Airport would have had more connections, right? And by connections, they mean like physical adding flights, making sure certain airlines are still there. But Curt HAGMAN and whoever else had to get Ontario International Airport under their own control, which doesn't make sense, but I'm sure there's somewhere. I mean, okay, we'll continue. Okay. Okay, so in 2007, 2005, that's when it peaked. And then in between 2007, 2012, because of the Great Recession, the George W. Bush / Obama Great Recession, the housing crisis of 2008, people were just not flying. Okay, so then sounds like they used that as a case to turn ownership over to the city of Ontario. Okay. Ownership and control of the airport became an issue in late 2010 when the city of Ontario, supported by the Southern California Association of Governments, the SCAG, characterized and questioned LAWA's operation of the airport. A group of local government officials led by Ontario City Council member Alan Warpner, there we go, Warpner enters the chat again, began a campaign to transfer control of the airport away from Los Angeles World Airports. Okay, that's what LWA stands for. Is that a private company? No, I don't think it is. I don't think it's a private company. Okay. Warpner argued that the city of Los Angeles had no interest in maintaining service at an airport well beyond its borders. But why would they do it for so long then, bro? Why the F would they do that for so long if the city of Los Angeles had no investment in having this other airport outside of their city limits, but still within Southern California, still within the Los Angeles region? Okay, whatever. Warpner had ulterior motives, I bet. In 2013, Los Angeles World Airports offered return to the airport local control for the purchase price of $474 million, which was rejected. Local groups then sued the city of Los Angeles, a suit that was temporarily suspended when both sides agreed to attempt to work together. Wow. In 2015, Los Angeles World Airports agreed to turn over ownership of Ontario Airport to the city of Ontario. Los Angeles World Airports was to be reimbursed for its investments of the facility, job protection of the facility's 182 employees. Hell yes, brother. Oh my God, thank you for this company sticking up for 182 employees. And the settlement of a lawsuit in which Ontario sought to regain control of the airport. Upon transfer of the ownership, the airport would be operated by Ontario International Airport Authority, formed under a joint powers agreement between the City of Ontario and San Bernardino County. Ontario International Airport took over control of operations in November 2016. November 2016. And the airport's operating name was reverted to Ontario International Airport since the city of Los Angeles. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Okay. All right. So there we go. That's the backstory on Ontario Airport. It seems like all the major drama happened post Great Recession. Okay. Let's continue with this article here. All right. So the previous assembly member went on to the Cited district, and Curt HAGMAN had nowhere to go. Jared from Redlands said, so they took ownership of the airports to boost the net worth of the city for loans or spending power, ? That sounds like a good theory. That sounds like a very good theory. Thank you, Jared from Redlands. Yeah. I bet they took ownership because it's the classic, I can do better than they can. They're not even from here. They don't even have invested interest in Ontario. Meanwhile, Curt HAGMAN lives in, freaking Chino Hills or Chino. It was just 100% them just trying to get more power over it. Yeah, it's okay, Jared. It's okay. I know chat is behind. This is not Twitch. We do not have the super speed. But yeah, so I think spending power is a good thing because that's a part of their portfolio now, right? That's city owned, or I should say, I don't know if a city owns it, but it's operated by San Bernardino County and the city of Ontario. So, it's the plot thickens. Okay. I don't know if Jaws is going to make it in today. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. We will still wait for her though. Okay. Huff had first been elected to California State Senate in 2008. The same year, see what I mean? This is why I'm like, sometimes I can't trust the San Bernardino County Sentinel because they have this big misspelling. The same year, HAGMANA. The same year, HAGMANA. Who wrote this article? Is it Venturi? Yes, it's written by Venturi. Venturi, I don't know if you're a real person or not, but please fix HAGMAN's name here. The same year HAGMAN had been elected to the Assembly, California state senators are elected to 4-year terms. And under the term limit rules then in effect, state senators were restricted to 2 terms. Thus, Huff was reelected in 2012 and was set to remain as the senator representing District 29 until December 2016. That meant HAGMAN, as the heir apparent to Huff, would need to wait 2 years after leaving the Assembly before stepping back into political office. This time, as state senator representing Chino Hills, along with Diamond Bar, Walnut. That's right, I forgot there's a freaking city named Walnut. Yorba Linda, Brea, La Habra, Placencia, not Placenta, Placencia, Fullerton, Anaheim, and Cypress. He was ready to do so as the district was a safe one for a Republican. His experience in the Assembly prepared him to make a transition into California's upper legislative house. He had represented a large swath of the 29th Senate District as assemblyman representing Assembly District 55, and he was positioned as the incumbent assemblyman in the 2012 to 2014 timeframe. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Jared from Redlands said HAGMANA. HAGMANA. After meeting with Walpner, and I don't even know if I'm saying this person's name, it's just Walpner. It's it's like Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion said, "Wop wop." Wapner. Okay, after meeting with Wapner 7 times, however, ostensibly as part of the effort to broker a reasonable resolution to the dispute between Los Angeles and Ontario over the airport, HAGMAN came away with the idea that Ontario should charge forward with obtaining the airport. The sooner the better, and that he should himself get into the action. Rather than progress up the political evolutionary chain to state senator in 2016, HAGMAN concluded he should take a step back towards county supervisor in 2014. Such a move was to take some maneuvering and gyrating. Again, put away put away the thesaurus, okay? Oh, put away the thesaurus Venturi of San Bernardino County Sentinel. We do not need to say gyrating. He was making the moves. He was walking the walk and talking the talk. He was maneuvering and gyrating his way through. A major factor was that the incumbent 4th District Supervisor was Gary Avitt, the former Ontario mayor. Avitt was not only a Republican, but was eligible under the county's term limit rule, to which had been enacted in 2006 and was applicable thereafter to seek re-election in 2014 and again in 2018 before being termed out in 2022. To run in 2014, HAGMAN would have to displace a member of his own party, a move not readily accepted with Republican circles. Of course, brother, of course. If there's anyone who has to wait in line, it's Republicans. A decade previously, the county Republican leadership, which was later discredited and removed from authority over the party, had consented to the party's siding with one Republican over another, or a set of Republicans over a set of Republicans during the primaries. That practice had come to a halt. However, when Robert Rigo had been chosen as the chairman of San Bernardino County Republican Central Committee, Rigo's first priority was promoting the Republican Party, which meant electing Republicans and keeping them in office. Not only had Rigo, a certified public accountant, extremely conscious with the importance of funding and fundraising in a political context, emphasized the importance of local party building up a substantial amount of money to carry out campaigns. Promoting Republican candidates and initiatives embraced by the GOP, he had insisted on discontinuing the immediate past practice of allowing county Republican Central Committee money being used against Republican candidates in primary elections. Generally speaking, the strategy under Rigo was that incumbent Republicans who had, by definition, demonstrated their electability were to be supported by the party apparatus. In primary elections where there was no Republican incumbent involved, the party was to steer of taking sides. The San Bernardino County Republican Party's official policy while Rigo was at the helm was that the primary elections held in March in the presidential election years and June in gubernatorial elections, Republican candidates would vie against one another without the party becoming involved with endorsements or monetary contributions of any sort, such that, hopefully at least, the best Republican candidate would rise to his or her merits to the top. Jared from Redlands said, "Bro, we need a central committee." Yeah, exactly. I bet if you tell Republicans that the Republican Party has a central committee, they're gonna be like, "Oh my God, that's like China. The Republican Party is communist. What? Why does the Republican Party have a central committee? That's Chinese." So stupid. Okay, hold on, chat. Let me go get some water. My throat is killing me. I'll be right back. All right. All right. Sorry, chat. I'm back. Oh my God. We got the chair reacts. Damn. Cumstered and dumpstered. Gone for 2 seconds. And we got the chairs in the chat. Oh man. Okay. We'll keep waiting for Jaws, but it's okay. Like I said, it's on me. I was a bad journalist and I did not do scheduling good at all. But we will get the People's Princess back on soon enough. Okay, let's continue with this article. The basic understanding was that when an incumbent with a demonstrated track record of winning was seeking re-election, loyal Republicans would stand down, not challenge the incumbent, and for the good of the party, jump in to help the incumbent perpetuate his or her incumbency. At that point, after the primary was concluded, the chair has spoken. Ay, ay, ay. At this point, after the primary was concluded, going forward towards the November general election, the party money and endorsements would be brought to bear in favor of the Republican candidate vying for whatever position at the state, be it for a school district, water district board, city council, mayor, county supervisor, assembly member, or California state senator. For HAGMAN, his path forward was clear. The first order of business was that Rigo would need to be deposed. Rigo would not continuance a non-incumbent Republican running against a proven Republican incumbent. That meant HAGMAN knew the party would not get behind him challenging Ovitt. In 2013, he was yet in the assembly and functioning largely from Sacramento. HAGMAN, assisted by his chief of staff, Mike Spence, targeted Rigo for removal as the chairman of the San Bernardino County Republican Central Committee. HAGMAN and Spence act ruthlessly in dethroning Rigo, who had done a masterful job during his tenure as chairman of transforming the Central Committee into an efficient fundraising machine that would be dedicated to the GOP cause. HAGMAN and Spence both used the carrot and the stick. The stick consisted of threats to Rigo himself and his supporters that they would be transformed into party irrelevancies if they supported keeping Rigo in the chairman's post. Intimating that HAGMAN's ascendancy to the chairmanship was supported by the state party and therefore inevitable. When that eventuality occurred, they said HAGMAN would purge the committee's executive committee of Rigo loyalists. That was matched with carrots consisting of promises that if the committee members went along, those committee members who were part of the Rigo administration executive committee would keep their vaunted, again, homie, put away the thesaurus, vaunted positions under HAGMAN. Rigo himself was offered a position of treasurer if he gracefully acceded to being replaced as chairman by HAGMAN. Ultimately, Rigo deferred to HAGMAN, and before 2013 concluded, HAGMAN was the Central Committee chairman. Heading into 2014, Ovitt could feel the ground shifting below his feet. Gloria Negrete McLeod of Chino, a member of the Chavey College Board of Trustees who successfully vied for the California Assembly in 2000, in 2000, then ran again successfully for California State Senate in 2006 when she was termed out of the Assembly, and then leapt into U.S. Congress when then New York Mayor Mike Bloomberg then a Republican, endowed her, a Democrat, with more than $3 million to challenge and defeat incumbent Blue Dog Democrat Congressman Joe Baca in 2012. Opted to leave Congress after a single term and herself step backwards down the political evolutionary chain by running for 4th District Supervisor. While all of it confidently asserted he would be able to hold off Negrete McLeod's challenge, he simultaneously found himself undercut by the reality that HAGMAN had commandeered control of the San Bernardino County Republican Central Committee. As Central Committee chairman, HAGMAN was in a position to cut off significant portion of the funding that would have otherwise been available to Ovitt, and to deny Ovitt the endorsement of the Republican Party as well, while claiming that for himself. Running for re-election as supervisor was suddenly a way more dicey situation than it had been 6 months previously. Ovitt realized he pulled out of the race. There is no legal cap on how much American citizens can take out of the United States. You can carry as much money as you want in U.S. or foreign currency, coins, traveler's checks, money order, blah, blah, blah. However, federal law requires that you declare any amount over $10,000 USD or foreign equivalency when you enter or leave the U.S. That's very strange. Like, we didn't talk at all about the Chinese, about the accounts he has in China, and then they just threw that in at the end. Crazy. Jared said, I swear they're using AI for these now. The dictation is crazy. Yeah, exactly. It's just like all over the place, but I don't know. Like, again, I love the San Bernardino County Sentinel. They're like put out some banger articles, always exposing all the dirt and everything. But like, I just don't know. There's no faces to these names. So, yeah. All right. Well, that's it for that. Curt HAGMAN's house, everyone. He has a Winnebago. Why does he have so many freaking trash cans, bro? He has like 1, 2, 3, 4 green waste trash cans. 1, 2, 3, 4 regular trash cans. This freaking mailbox is ugly. I just don't understand why there's 3 mailboxes. Like, there's 3 properties in this one house. 1, 2, hold on. Yeah. Let's go back to the street view. Whoops. Yeah. Is this one? Right? There we go. Okay. Okay. So, I guess it could be like 3 properties? I don't know, man. Okay, so this clearly detached. This is a garage and it looks like it's its own house too. This looks like it's completely all connected, but I don't know, man. Why does he need to have 3 mailboxes? Jared from Redland said, bruh, I grew up in OC. The waste is insane. I seen 6 cans at a house at once. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. And they like charge you to own the trash cans and stuff too. So, also people out here with property do a lot of landscaping. That's true. Like, yeah, that's why he has like 6 green waste bins, because he has like 3 yards. I don't know. This looks weird. I don't know why there's like a fence here. It's like this one house has 2 houses in one, and like there's like a separate yard for this house. Is this a house too? What? There's so many little properties, or maybe there's sheds. I don't know, man. I do not know. Yeah, so anyways, this is where Curt HAGMAN lives in Chino. Right off of the 71. I'm surprised he doesn't live in the like nicer part. Well, okay. Maybe that's where he has to live to to be able to run for board of supervisor. Okay, okay.
An FBI search.
Oh, sorry for blowing out the speakers. So is like Curt HAGMAN gonna do any statement on this or anything? Okay.
And we begin at 4 with a story we brought you first out of the Inland Empire. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Colleen Williams.
And I'm Carolyn Johnson. Michael is off. NBC4 Investigates broke the story. News Chopper 4 here flying over the home of San Bernardino County Supervisor Curt HAGMAN as the FBI raided his Chino house.
NBC4's Christian Castro is live right now in Chino with what we know about this so far. Christian.
Well, Carolyn and Colleen, I can tell you that the FBI has been here. They have been here in the neighborhood for several hours, according to some of the neighbors that we spoke to this afternoon. But take a look behind me here, because you can see that it's still a very active scene here. Now, sources with the FBI tells NBC4 Investigates that they're serving a search warrant at Supervisor Curt HAGMAN's home and the district office. But so far, no other details have been released. Now, this is the scene here at the supervisor's home on Biscayne and Riverside Street, where at least a dozen FBI and sheriff units have been here for several hours. We have seen some of these FBI agents coming in and out of the home. Now, the FBI tells NBC4 Investigates the warrants have been sealed by the court, and therefore the FBI is not at liberty to talk about the nature of this investigation. San Bernardino County tells us they were unaware of this situation, but they're working to provide us with some sort of comment. Now, we have learned that the county sheriff's department, they were called for a uniform presence around 7:30 this morning. Those that live here in this Chino neighborhood say they are shocked about what's going on, and only a few spoke out about the situation.
And I was driving by this morning and everything was just blocked, and there was FBI and everybody was here.
Now, since 2014, Supervisor HAGMAN has been part of the county leadership, and his 4th district represents Chino, Ontario, Montclair, Upland, and Chino Hills. Now, we are making calls. We're trying to get more information exactly about what's going on here involving this situation, but we don't know really where the supervisor or his family is at this time. Now, we have seen FBI agents, again, walking in and out of the home, carrying a few bags, a lot of moving parts here.
Crazy.
But again, we will be keeping you posted on any information as we get those details. For now, we are live in Chino. Christian Casas, NBC4 News.
Christian, thank you for that. And we have more breaking news involving the FBI.
Okay. Did Inland Wire cover this? I don't think so yet, man. Okay. Let's check out. I think Curt HAGMAN is active on Facebook. Yesterday, 2 days ago. Recently, I had the opportunity to serve lunch at the City of Ontario's California Senior Lunch Program. With more than 150 seniors came together for a great meal, conversation, and plenty of smiles. There's really something special about seeing friends reconnect, meeting new faces, and being reminded that community is built around simple moments like sharing a meal. Thank you to everyone who came out. It was an honor to serve you. Yeah, I'm sure those FBI agents also said thank you to everyone who came out. It was an honor to serve you, Curt HAGMAN. Thank you for letting us go through your three house, your 3 mailbox property house. What is he serving? That looks like pineapples and not even good food. Oh God, yeah, it's pineapples. Why is he wearing a hairnet, brother? He's already bald. He does not need to be wearing a hairnet. Okay. All right, Curt. Oh, yup. Curt HAGMAN. Oh, that's old. Wait, where's his? Here we go. Supervisor Curt HAGMAN. Someone in the comments said timing is kind of strange 1 minute ago. What's up with the FBI raid at your home and office yesterday? Interesting. Tell us about the FBI that raided at your house. Yes, Curt Hagman, tell us what happened. Tell us what happened. Oh man. Oh no, what is this? Bro, you can't be dressing up like this. He went to a 4th of July drone show. Oh my God, my freaking mic was closed off. I'm so dumb. Okay. Today, I'm celebrating not only as your state senator, but as a very proud big sister. Congratulations to my sister, Dr. Dr. S. Terry Gomez, on her appointment as the next president of California State University, San Bernardino. Our family grew up here in Colton, and I have had the privilege of watching Terry dedicate her life to education, to students, and to opening doors of opportunities for others. This appointment reflects decades of hard work, principled leadership, and unwavering commitment to higher education. Her selection is a proud moment for our family and for the Inland Empire. As the first woman to serve as president of CSUSB, I know she will lead with vision, compassion, and deep commitment to student success. Congratulations, Terry. I love you, and I couldn't be prouder. Okay, but like, Eloise Gomez Reyes, what is your sister's first name? Why does she go by her middle name like she's freaking J.K. Rowling? Let's see. I'm gonna comment on this. Oh, it's on Facebook. Let's see it in Facebook. Go to the Facebook. I can't go to the Facebook. All right. Yeah, let's just go to doxed. Eloise Reyes. Okay, yes, there we go. Perfect. All right, time to add friend. Thank you. You better add me as a friend back. Oh, okay. All right, congratulations. Okay, let's see. View more comments. Oh my gosh, this is the Dr. Terry. Oh, we got to add her as a friend too. Whoops. There we go. Add friend. Thank you. And longtime friend and comrade in La Causa. What is La Causa? I know that means something. Oh my goodness, how wonderful. Congratulations, Dr. Terry Gomez, on being named the next president of Cal State San Bernardino. What an incredible and well-deserved honor. As a proud Latina and inspired leader, your achievement is a victory for so many. Wishing you tremendous success on the new role. Okay. Congrats. Super sisters. Oh my God. Okay. Time for me to write my controversial comment. New political family dynasty just dropped. Amazing. Let's do at Eloise and at what was her sister's name? Terry Gomez. STERR. Bro, I just saw someone tag her. Yeah, Terry Gomez. Okay. Okay. Eloise Reyes, when can I get you on stream to talk about being in politics with your sister? The Inland Empire has quite a few family political dynasties. I love the word dynasty. Dynasty. How do you plan to exercise your reign. And what's funny too is her name is literally Reyes. And that means Reyes, I believe, means kings. Reyes in Spanish meaning. Yes, it is kings. That's hilarious. How do you plan to exercise your reign? Reign. Oh, but man, her sister doesn't share the Reyes last name. They're just both Gomez. So we just have to call it the Gomez dynasty. How do you plan to exercise your reign with the new Gomez dynasty? With the new Gomez sisters in power. Sister power. In the IE. Okay, cool. Hopefully she answers. Someone said, praise God for the appointment. Bro, it's not that serious. God did not do anything. I'm sorry to say. Okay. Let me reblog this. I don't know how to reblog. Okay. All right. Okay. Hopefully Eloise Gomez Reyes adds me as a friend. See, look. What's up? Also, all hands on deck in Fontana, wherever we are. We're just 100 days until the end of the midterm election, but check out what our homegrown gal has done. Jaws for mayor. Let me pull up my Zoom thing just in case. No, we're gonna end this. We're gonna end the room. Oh well, Jaws, if you're watching, hit me up in the DMs on Instagram. We will reconnect when we get a chance. But either way, I'm glad to be covering this stuff. Okay. So the other day, now we got to go on to Twitter. Yikes. We have to go on to the Elon Musk X website. Okay, let me go to my post. All right. So, one thing I wanted to talk about in the stream was shout out to homie Joe Alvanez, part of the Fontana Slate. He posted this old screenshot of this tweet from Senator Eloise Gomez Reyes back when she was an assembly person, right? This is from November 14th, 2023. She said, I am disappointed and strongly opposed to 3 proposals being considered at the Fontana, California, at the City of Fontana this evening. Each have significant problems and are opposed by community groups with legitimate concerns. We should do better. Impound fees of $232 are proposed for confiscated street vendor equipment. Doing so would place a burden on the community members operating these small businesses, and we should find alternative compliance routes rather than further criminalizing their work. We can do better. Second, the council is considering rezoning of nearly 30 acres from residential to industrial zoning to make way for a warehouse of over 500,000 square feet, less than 400 feet from 3 schools. This continues a troubling trend of excessive warehouse development in Fontana and then displacing of space previously zoned for more housing. We must do better. Damn, she ends every tweet with do better. Finally, the city will consider moving their council meetings from 7 p.m. to 2 p.m. on Tuesday. This causes grave concerns the limitations on public participating in our democracy, placing further barriers to meaningful engagement. Democracy demands we do better. And then that was it. So, big shout out to Eloise Gomez Reyes for calling out Fontana City Council. You know, we need more higher positioned politicians calling out these local politicians, because it's like, you know, they have the power. They literally have the power. Okay. So yeah, that was that. I hope I could reach out to Eloise Gomez Reyes to get her on stream. I've been trying to get her on streams from the get-go. Shout out to her team. They never email me back, brother. Oh man. Okay. Let's see. Okay, cool. All right, so that's it for Eloise Gomez Reyes. I don't think there's been anything new development on CSUSB. What? There's, oh my God. What is this a live video of? CSUSB Palm Desert Campus Student Success Center. And it's just the construction? That's what we're watching? Construction? Brother. Okay. Cringe. All right. No, why the frick is Shannon Discus there? Dicus. All right. There's no news. Yes, USB president. Oh man.
Which is good morning in Navajo. I would like to acknowledge our ancestral indigenous lands of our Serrano people, the HAGMAN.
Nope, sorry, I can't do land acknowledgements.
Our second President's Team Achievement Award goes to the exemplary members of this 2-year project designed to improve.
From the Office of Strategic Communication and the Office of Special Events, Donald Galdames.
Applaud our academic deans, our department chairs, many of the faculty and students that serve on search committees.
Jared from Redlands said, "How is the Brightline Ontario station going?" Oh, brother, I have no idea. Here we go. This is it, right? Brightline West. Supposed to go from to Vegas. Yeah. Oh my God. Brightline West will be America's first true high-speed passenger rail system. The modern, eco-friendly system will redefine train travel in America and connect two of our most iconic destinations, Las Vegas and Southern California. Yeah. 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 Brightline West. Okay. News. There you go. From Victor Valley News Group. Posted yesterday. Oh, let's see if they paywall me. No, okay, no paywall, thankfully. All right. San Bernardino County, California, Caltrans, CDFW, and Brightline West advanced 3 wildlife crossings along I-15 in Mojave Desert. Great. Great. Oh, Stardust City Hag said La Causa, the cause, but which one? Yeah, that's what I wanted to know, Stardust City Hag. I think they're just saying in general La Causa, like the fight, right? They're fighting the good fight. That's the only thing I can get from it. It's just that, only Latinos know that like this is a word for Spanish speakers and Spanish speakers only, and it only has meaning to them. Okay. But yeah. State transportation and wildlife officials, along with Brightline West, are moving forward with a project to construct 3 wildlife overcrossings along Interstate 15 in the Mojave Desert to improve habitat connectivity for desert bighorn sheep. There's freaking bighorn sheep in the desert? Yeah. The money furnace is still burning money. But I'm glad that we're gonna have wildlife overcrossings for desert bighorn sheep. Hold on, I gotta see these MFers. They're probably I didn't even know we had bighorn sheep in the Inland Empire. Oh my god, brother, these are huge. These are huge. Let's see. Mojave. Oh my god, look at these sheep. Oh yeah, these poor babies. They need to have Oh, sorry. We don't need to have Oh. Oh. Okay, that's a bad video. All right, let's see. The Game Warden channel.
This has been years in the making. We're capturing sheep to move into the Cortez Range.
What?
You good with loading in the back? Yeah. We are concerned about their temperatures. Towels.
What is this channel, brother?
A land of extremes. From the Strip to the summits. It's wild country.
From the Strip. From the Las Vegas Strip to the, what did he say? Oh my god, Jared from Redland said, the crossings are epic. I'm just pissed I'm not drunk on a bullet train. Exactly. Could you imagine bullet train? Oh my god, bullet train. Just make Las Vegas start on the bullet train, Bring Las Vegas to California and have drinking, gambling, throw some, Vegas shows on the train, and we don't even need to go to Vegas. Just bring honestly, I have to wonder if the Native Americans of the California region, if they're like, damn, this is going to take away revenue. This is going to take away people from going to the Indian reservations to go gamble, to just get on the train to go gamble at Las Vegas. I mean, I know the Native Americans here in the IE have had some things to say about the sports betting and stuff. But yeah, I would love to be drunk and high on the bullet train. I just want to be crossfaded on my cross-country trip to go to Las Vegas. Nevada Department of Wildlife. That's right. The Fish and Wildlife of Nevada. Okay, that's kind of epic. Taking bighorn sheep from the Mojave Desert because it's overpopulated and not enough food and resources, and moving them to that's pretty epic. Okay, maybe I am conservative.
Is limited, and we're hoping to.
And by conservative, I mean I want to conserve the wildlife. Them bagged. They got them blindfolded and bagged up, stacked on a string. That's crazy. I didn't know that they give animals COVID test. That nasal swab. It's going all the way up to the brain. I really want to go to the Mojave Desert and like try to see these things. That would be so cool.
The release site.
That brush, all of that. And we know what the Mojave Desert looks like. We do not have this much green. Crazy. All right. Oh, this is a series this season on Nevada Wild. Man, it looks like they do like trafficking.
It's going to be real difficult. Just keep your hands out to your side.
Damn, we should watch this show on stream. Oh my God, they're oh my, this is too much. This is too much. I can't watch this. This is too cool. I'm gonna want to keep watching this. All right, shout out to the Game Warden channel. That was a great video on the desert bighorn sheep, relocating them to rebuild the populations in other parts, so that way they're not just in the Mojave Desert. All right, chat. I think we're gonna leave it here today. We covered all the stories that we wanted to cover. Tune in later this week. Hopefully we can get Jaws back on. It was probably just a scheduling issue. So let me play some Rally House on our way out. Thank you everyone for being here. I really appreciate it. Today was a great stream. We're gonna keep looking into that Curt HAGMAN stuff for sure. I'm gonna hit up some sources offline to find out what is going on and for what the FBI could want possibly to do with Curt HAGMAN and that other dude. Anyways, thank you for joining me today. My name is Angelina Tucci. Have a great rest of your day. Peace out. Have a good one.